want to look at a weak acid strong base titration. And we have our 3 by 10 ml, which is 30 milliliters, sample of 0.5 molar acetic acid, and we're going to titrate it with 0.5 molar sodium hydroxide, which is our strong base. So we're supposed to determine the volume of sodium hydroxide that we have to add to get to half the equivalence point. The pH at the half equivalence point is 4.74, so we're going to find the pKa, and we're going to identify the main species that are present in the solution being titrated at the half equivalence point. So let's start out by determining how many moles of acetic acid we have in the solution initially. We have 30 ml, so 0.030 liters of solution. And we were told in the prompt that it is a half molar acetic acid solution, so we have 0.5 moles of acetic acid per liter of solution. So that will give us 0.015 moles of acetic acid. To determine our volume of sodium hydroxide, notice it is the half equivalence point. So if it were the equivalence point, we would want to know how much sodium hydroxide would we have to add to have 0.015 moles of hydroxide. But we want to go to the half equivalent point, so we're going to say 0.0075 moles, which is half of 0.015 of sodium hydroxide, and our molarity, we have a 0.5 molar sodium hydroxide solution, but we want to end up with liters at the top, so it's 0.5 moles of sodium hydroxide in 1 liter of solution, so that our moles cancel out. So that will tell us we need 0.015 liters of sodium hydroxide. To answer part B, it tells us that the pH at the half equivalence point is measured to be 4.74. Find the pKa for CH3 for acetic acid. And so what's going to happen is the acetic acid acetate concentrations are going to be equivalent to each other at the half equivalence point. And so we can use, this is a weak acid, we can use the Henderson-Hasselbalch equation. And we know that the pH is equal to the pKa plus the log of the base over the acid. So we know that our pH is 4.74. We're solving for the pKa. And if these concentrations are equivalent, then this value is actually 1. And so we can discount it. And so the pKa is 4.74. So the takeaway from this is that the pKa is going to equal the pH at the half equivalence point, we'll say for titrations of all weak acids and bases. Part C says identify the main species that are present in solution, in the solution being titrated at the half equivalence point. So again, we have acetic acid being titrated by sodium hydroxide. At the half equivalence point, you're still going to have some acetic acid. You will have some acetate, and these two concentrations will be equivalent to each other. You've used, of all the base you've added, you've used all the hydroxide, but the sodium was a spectator ion, so you will have some sodium. And you will also have some water. So if we take a look at a weak acid, strong base titration curve and compare the characteristics of it to that of a strong acid and a strong base, you will notice that the initial pH for a weak acid is greater than 1, that the pKa will equal the pH at the half equivalence point, and the equivalence point in which the moles of acid and base are equal will actually be in the basic range because we are being titrated with a strong base. We can also see that the change in pH is very small over the region where where most of the base is required to reach the equivalence point. And then we can see that the pH changes very rapidly as we approach the equivalence point. Last but not least, if we take a look at titration curves for polyprotic acids, the pKa value for each dissociation is going to be equal to the pH at the half equivalence point for that dissociation. Before starting this titration, notice we have sodium hydroxide, and before starting the titration, the undissociated weak acid, which looks to be H2A, it's going to have the highest concentration in the solution. Hydrogen ions also are fairly high because the pH is 2. At the first half equivalence point, H2A, HA, and Na plus are going to have the highest concentrations. Also, you'll have some hydrogen ions, which will have a relatively high concentration. At the first equivalence point, the HA minus and the Na plus have the highest concentrations. At the second half equivalence point, A2 minus, HA minus, and Na plus are going to have the highest concentrations, and also some OH minus since the pH is 9.51. At the second equivalence point, you'll have A2 minus, all A2 minus. You'll have sodium from the base from the strong base as the spectator ion, Na plus. And if you take a look at the pH, you'll notice you also have a fairly high concentration of OH minus. So for polyprotic acids, the titration curves can be used to determine the number of acidic protons, or how many hydrogens it can donate, the pKa value for each acidic proton of a weak polyprotic acid, and the major species that are present at any point along the curve.